Dear students, welcome to my online classes. This is the continuation of the chapter locomotion movement. In previous class, we have discussed about the axial skeleton, followed by appendicular skeleton. You all very well know axial skeleton includes the skeleton or the bones of cranium, that is skull, face, ribs, sternum bone, and the vertebral column, the backbone. This is what is known as axial skeleton. Apart from that, we have one more skeleton, what is known as appendicular skeleton. That appendicular skeleton means to say that it is the skeleton that includes about the limbs and the legs. As far as the limbs are concerned, we have two hands, fine, four arms, and the hind limbs, four limbs and hind limbs. In four limbs, we all very well know we have a bone that is known as scapula. This bone is known as scapula. It will be like this. It is known as the shoulder bone. What bone? Shoulder bone. Where it will be? It will be this bone. Which bone? This bone. This shoulder here. Right? For the movement of this. So this is what is known as scapula, and this bone is known as clavicle. What is it known as? Clavicle. So here this scapula and the clavicle. This clavicle is like this. Commonly we used to call it as collarbone. It will be like this, like this, like this. You can feel, fine. If there are people are very thin or very weak, fine. You can see this bone also, fine. This bone, round, circular bone. So this is what is known as clavicle bone. Clavicle. It is known as collarbone. This bone is known as scapula. It is known as shoulder bone. So here it will be like this, fine. Behind our shoulder, it will be like this, clear? Like this here. Understand? So this will be here and this will be here like this. This is clavicle, and behind that is scapula, what we call commonly shoulder bone. In between this, here there is a space for the muscles that connects the neck and the shoulder, clear? So this is one, fine. I think you can clearly see this. This will be like a triangular shape, fine, clear? This is the scapula. This is known as collarbone or clavicle. After that, we have here. So after this is shoulder, what we call scapula, the shoulder bone. From here to here, this bone is known as humerus. What is this bone is known as? This bone is known as humerus. From here, this bone, clear? I feel it's clear. Right? This bone is known as humerus. This bone is known as shoulder bone, scapula. This is known as clavicle, collarbone. Now this is known as humerus. After humerus, this humerus rises from shoulder, comes till elbow, the elbow like this, clear? I hope it's clear. Right? Now you can see from shoulder to elbow. Next, from elbow here you find two bones here. One is above, one is the below, like, right? Two bones. This one is known as radius and ulna. This bone is known as radius and this is known as ulna. Clear? This will be like this from elbow till the arm, wrist, clear? So one is above here, above one. If you hold your arm like this, you can feel two bones here. One is above, radius, below is ulna. So this is one radius and this is the ulna bone, clear? And now here, from here it starts, wrist bone starts. What starts? Wrist bone, like hand, fine. Here, this, what is this is known as humerus. From shoulder to elbow, from elbow till the wrist, fine, clear? You have radius and this one is ulna, this is radius. I hope it's clear. Now, so till here we have come. Now, here we have joints, fine, here we have joints. So these, they are known as wrist bones. What they are known as? Wrist bones. If you hold our hand like this, clear? If you hold our hand like this will be the wrist bones, what we call as carpals. Fine. So here, since they are found present at this place, we call where we wear wristwatch. What we wear? Wristwatch. Since this place is known as a wristwatch, and the bones which come across here are known as wrist bones. Commonly they are known as carpals. What they are known as? Carpals. Fine. Basically, one bone will be little bigger here. You can see this bone, pointed one, fine, pointed one bone, clear? This bone will be bigger. I think you can see now, this bone I am talking about. Fine. So inside this, below this, there are 8 bones are there. How many bones are there? 8 bones. They are known as carpals. After carpals. Again I repeat, fine. Scapula, clavicle, humerus, radius, ulna, and now these 8 bones together, collectively known as carpals, we commonly call them as wrist bones. What we call them? Wrist bones. After that, if you hold your hand like this, fine, from here, so this is the wrist bones. After that, in your palm region, what region? Palm region, palm. This is what is known as palm. Here we call as carpals. Now we call as metacarpals. What we call them? Metacarpals. These are the metacarpals. And later these fingers from here. Fingers. So here we have 3 bones. 1, 2, 3. Here 3, 6. Here 3, 9. And here 3, 12. And here there are 2 bones. One is here, other is here. 2 bones. So 3, 6, 9, 12 plus 2, 14 bones. How many bones? 14 bones. So in our fingers, what we call phalanges, fingers, what we call phalanges, there are 14 bones are there. How 14? 2, clear? 3, 5 plus 3, 8 plus 3, 11 plus 3, 14. So 14 bones we have in our fingers, what we call phalanges, They are known as metacarpals. Here what we have is carpals. This is radius, ulna, humerus, fine, scapula, clavicle. Now I take out the bones, you recall and call and tell them which bone is this? Which bone? Commonly known as, yes, you should tell. Shoulder bone, scapula. This is known as clavicle, collar bone. This is known as humerus, from here to here, humerus. After that, this is known as radius. This is known as ulna. Now, carpals. These are known as carpals. What we have? Wrist bones. This bunch here. Wrist bones, carpals. After that, in the palm region, this region, palm region, we call them as metacarpals. 5. After that, 14. 3, 6, 9, 12, 14. So this is about the arms. So here 30 bones, here 30 bones. Altogether 60 in the forearms. After that, let's move on to the hind limb, leg. Which bones? Hind limb and leg bones. So like how we have, again I repeat, scapula, shoulder bone, clavicle, collar bone, humerus, radius, ulna, carpals, metacarpals, phalanges. Phalanges are nothing but fingers. Phalanges are fingers, carpals are wrist bones. Now, that's over. Now, moving on to the leg region. So, here we have this scapula and clavicle. Scapula and clavicle we call pectoral girdle. What girdle? Pectoral girdle. Shoulder bone together is known as pectoral girdle. Similarly, when we go to hind limbs, this bone is what is known as, it's visible, right? This bone is what is known as, clear? This bone is known as pelvic girdle. Where it is hip bone, here, hip region, fine, pelvic girdle. This bone is a fusion of 3 bones. One is ilium, ischium, pubis. Ilium, can you recall what is ilium? The last part of the duodenum, jejunum, ilium, last part of the small intestine. So that bone will be little close to ilium, small intestine, ilium. Ischium, which fuses both ilium and pubis. Why pubis? Because it will come near to the private parts where we come across pubic bone or pubic hair. Fine. So pubis bone, ischium and ilium. So these are the 3 bones that are fused together. Clear? Here also we have a space in between. This space is for the muscles, for the nerves, for arteries, for veins, and also for the muscles, so that our skeleton is intact. The body is attached with the hind limb or the leg. So here, then in that pelvic girdle, we come across a groove here, fine, like a groove, inside, deep inside groove. So in this groove is known as acetabulum. What is this known as? It is known as acetabulum. This gap, this groove, depth area region is known as acetabulum. In this acetabulum, fine, this is the fine femur bone. Which bone? Femur, the longest bone of the body. It is the bone from the pelvic girdle till the kneecap. Till the kneecap. This is known as femur, the largest bone of the body. When we talk about largest bone, now a doubt may come or question may arise. Which will be the smallest bone? The smallest bones are in our ear. That is incus, malleus, and stapes. There are three smallest bones of the body. Because of the vibrations of these bones, we hear the sound. Fine, vibrations. They are the smallest bones which we come across in the ear. We come across these bones in case of neural control coordination also. There also when you study about internal ear, there also you come across ilium, ischium, incus, malleus, and stapes. They are the bones of the ear, which are the smallest bone. Now we are talking about hind limb. This is the femur bone. Which bone? Femur, the longest bone. This bone fits into this groove I told you. It is known as acetabulum. This acetabulum fits into this like fine, so that there will be a movement of this. There will be a movement. Fine. There will be a movement of this like this. So this is the patella. Here we come across kneecap. Fine. That is known as patella. So here this leg moves like this. When you walk, when you run, or when you exercise. Fine. Clear. When you do exercises, all sorts of those things. Fine. All for movements, locomotion. So this movement takes place here. So here this joint is sitting into this ball socket joint. Later we'll talk about the joints. So acetabulum is a groove where this fits, and this will be covered by meat, muscles, nerves, arteries, and veins. So movement takes place like this. Movement takes place like this. I hope it's clear. So pelvic girdle, commonly known as fine, hip bone. What bone? Hip bone. It is a fusion of three bones. It is formed by the combination of fusion of three bones: ilium, ischium, pubis, and the groove in this is what is known as acetabulum. In this acetabulum, this bone socket, this bone fits there. So this is known as femur, the longest bone of the body, from hip region till the patella. So here the kneecap comes. From here it sits like it joins like this. Right? It's joined like this. Clear? Like this. See this bone. Tibia, fine, tibia, femur, longest bone, it fits here, fine, like this leg. So here, after this, we have, so for this, there is a coverage, to fuse this bone, there is a coverage. This is what is known as kneecap, what we call patella. So here, movements takes place like this, backwards, movements take place backwards. You cannot move forward because this kneecap is there. So this is the femur bone, longest bone, then clear? This bone comes here, fibula, fine. Behind that bone, one more bone comes, that is known as tibia. Clear? Like this. Two bones. Below the patella, below the kneecap, you have two bones. Fine. After that, then this is the leg. This is the leg. Clear? Like this. Limbs. Fine. Clear? Tarsals. In hand, we told you carpals. Here we call tarsals. Tarsals, ankle bone, what we call metatarsals, fine, metatarsals. Then again phalanges, fine. They are the leg, skeleton of the leg, fine, limb, fine, clear. So I hope it's clear. We repeat now. One is known as hip bone. We commonly call as hip bone, but it is known as pelvic girdle bone. It is a formation of, it is formed by the fusion of three bones: ilium, ischium, pubis. The groove here is what is known as acetabulum, into which, fine, the longest bone femur fits here, from hip till the kneecap, patella. From patella, this femur bone. After this femur, tibia comes here, tibia like this, fine. This joints here, fine. Behind this tibia, one more bone. What we have is fibula. Clear? Fine. This bone will be like this. From kneecap till the leg, and here this leg comes like this. I hope it's clear. I think again it's visible now, fine, for walking. Then here tarsals, metatarsals, phalanges. Clear? So here we complete that axial skeleton. After this we have talked about some different types of joints. Clear? We have we have synovial joints where we come across synovial fluid, fine, clear. Then we have ball socket joints, fine. This is the classical example of ball socket joint, where this is like a ball, this is like a socket, thecodont socket. So this ball socket joint, fine. Hinge joint. So elbow joint is known as hinge joint. This word you might have come across in case of doors also, how this door is fitted to that, fine. Those clamps are used, they are also known as hinges in hardware. In hardware means the hardware, not the hardware of software and hardware, the hardware where these house building construction instruments or devices or substances are bought, such in hardware you come across those clips or clamps are known as hinges. So here also we come across hinge bone. Why? Because this helps in folding, moving, like how we close a door, open the door, hinges, here also known as hinge joint, fine, clear. Ball socket joint, fine. Fibrous joint, where fibrous will be there. Cartilaginous joints, in between two joints there is the presence of cartilaginous joints. Fibrous joints, where you come across fibrous. Synovial joint, clear, fine. Pivotal joint, fine, where this, and joints of the neck, all these are the different types of joints. After this we have disorders, that's also very shortly we can discuss. Tetany, fine, because of the lack of calcium the bones will become weak, fine. Then arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, the swelling of joints. This commonly occurs in case of females above 45 to 50 years of age, where after reaching menopause, because of the lack of estrogen, the female hormone, they come across different disorders of bones, and where bones become weaker because calcium and phosphate. Once the people become old, the calcium, what blood has given calcium to the bones, blood has given phosphate to the bones. Now it is a time to get back that. So the blood extracts calcium and phosphate from bones, so that bones become weaker and they become more powdery, they become weaker. So in old people, fine, easily fractures occur because of the small injury also. Since bones have become weaker, so chances of injury also, fracture also. So osteomalacia, it is a disease of the bones, where bones become weaker due to lack of calcium, magnesium and other sulfates, fine, other minerals, fine. Tetany also one, where the muscle spasm takes place, or the bones contraction of bones takes place, muscle spasm takes place. Myasthenia gravis, where there will be contraction and stiffness of the muscles, fine. So then one more is what is that? Rheumatoid arthritis. Then one more is gout. What is that? Accumulation of uric acid into the joints and the muscles. Because of this, gout takes place. Because of gout, again arthritis takes place. What is arthritis? The inflammation of the joints, fine, and pain in the joints. What is known as arthritis? Usually rheumatoid, rheumatoid arthritis. It occurs more in case of females, whereas gouty arthritis occurs in case of males. Because gout occurs in case of males because of the more intake of so many other foods, outside foods and all those things. Uric acid deposits into the joints, into the bones. So this gout occurs. These are all these few disorders. In the next class we will be talking about the NEET questions, MCQs, multiple choice question, NEET and CET of this chapter. So here I complete my first year portion. I will be starting from tomorrow. Tomorrow most probably I may not take the class. Day after tomorrow I will take the class. I will upload the NEET portion of this locomotion body movements. Later we will talk about the other NEET portion. We will continue about this chapter. Fine. Keep studying. God bless you. Good luck. Take care.